What's up, you guys? So before we get into this video, I have to come to you to tell you about one of the recent products I'm using from the Funky Peacock, because I told you guys I will continue to update you guys. So this is one of the products I just started using. This is the Nourish Luxurious Hand Cream. You guys, I'm always into moisturizing, keeping my hands real soft and smooth, because I wash my hands a lot and my hands get extremely dry, so I definitely need like some lotion, and nobody has time for cracked skin. And I definitely started making my man use this because he works with his hands a lot and whatnot. And I like to give him like a little hand massage. So ladies, get into that as well for your man too. It's not just for us. Like, skin is for everybody. I be telling my man, you got to get into skin too. So you guys, I'm going to put everything in the description box below. And you can use my code TASIA20 to get 20% off your entire order. So let's get into this video. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Tasia, back with another video. And right now, I need to get into Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was a little more tea this week. I didn't do a video last week because I don't know about y'all, but that last episode, sorry, it was not giving. I don't think it was worth making a video about. I feel like there was really nothing entertaining to talk about. So this episode had like a little bit more tea, so I'm going to do a little recap on this one. So it has started out with Kandi still with the whole little situation with the headbutting with Sheree's friend Courtney. Even though that was like real extra for whatever reason. I don't know about y'all, but this whole scene was weird. Like, Courtney's definitely doing the most, but I don't know, the headbutt, it was just like, oh my gosh, relax. Relax, it's never that serious. What else happened? So they mentioned BravoCon, and for some reason that started a whole bunch of beef with like a few people. So I didn't watch BravoCon, so I wasn't aware of none of this, but they were showing how old beef with Sonya and Drew like started over again for whatever reason. In my opinion, I don't even know why they're beefing. I don't even think Sonya knows, because it doesn't even make any sense. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like this doesn't make any sense. What are you mad about? Like, I feel like it's real petty stuff for her to be like, I just don't like Drew. And it's just like, okay, Sonya, you beefing with yourself. So that kind of started some beef or whatever. So then also Mama Joyce at the time was promoting the show Kandi and the Gang. I ain't never watched that because I was just like, it maybe if it was Kandi and her family, but it was just like Kandi and her employees. Respectfully, I don't know if I want to watch that. No shade. So I didn't really watch it, but they was promoting it at BravoCon, and Mama Joyce was there, and she's talking trash about Ty once again. And at this point, I'm definitely kind of over it as a storyline because it's been years. I think they said they've been married now for 9 years, so they had to be together maybe a year or two before that. So it's like, I've been watching the show for years. We've seen this with Mama Joy. She's hated on AJ. She hates on Todd. She just hates. Clearly, the mama has like some of it, I think, is a lot of like insecurities that she projects on her daughter, because it's like, dang, mama, just let her be happy a little bit. Like, she hate on everything. So I definitely think at this point in time, I don't want to see it on the screen anymore, and I want Kandi to finally set a boundary. Like, even though you love your parents and you're supposed to respect your parents and all that, but you can still, like, tell them when they're wrong. Like, respectfully. Like, as an adult, like, you have to be able to tell your parents when they're wrong, and you don't have to be disrespectful about it. You can say what you gotta say and then set that boundary and be like, okay, well, mama, that's my man. I'm going to stick beside him. And for that reason, you can't be around us. You can't, but I still love you. It's no beef. But that's how she has to do. For Kandi, I think they said she just turned 47. Kandi. That's too long to be dealing with that nonsense. I will not be in my late 40s dealing with my mama hating in my relationship. And we got kids and all. Mama, go. You ain't about to mess up what I got going on with my man. Mama, go. Please, get a man. Because, no shade, I don't think Mama Joyce even has a man. So I feel like that's the problem. If they get Mama Joyce a man and hook her up, she probably wouldn't be in Kandi's business. So that could be an option. I was Candy. You gotta set Mama Joyce up with somebody. That's the problem. She's lonely right now. She don't have a companion, so mind you, she could have a man this whole time. But I'm conspiracy. I just be making up stuff in my head, but okay, so what else after that? So this scene, I was actually kind of feeling because I'm all into love. I'm a lover girl. I want everybody to be happy and love, all that. Just be with your mate and be in love forever. Like, that's my energy. I want everybody to succeed. So with Ralph and Drew, it's like, yeah, Ralph be acting a fool, but if he is willing to get himself together, and Drew's willing to do her part, because nobody is perfect. Everybody got something they gotta work on. Nobody's perfect. So I'm like, if they're willing, make it work. They got 2 kids together. They've been married, I think she said 8 years. 8 years is a long time. Make that work. So I was happy to see them like doing the rock climbing. Even though Drew looked crazy. I thought Drew kept on like not knowing, like, I don't know why she wasn't stepping down. Like, she kept on just flying and hitting the wall. And Ralph was like, babe. Bro, why was that the funniest thing? I was like, Drew was really trying to kill herself. I don't know what was. And the way she hit the floor, I'm like Drew, use your legs. Like she refused that whole rock climbing to use her legs. Like going down, she was like, her body hit the wall. I'm like, Drew, I don't know. Drew gotta be sore after that. She let herself just bang against the wall, hit the floor. She really forgot about her legs. Okay, so back to them. That was like a cute little funny moment. And they was like bonding, they was vibing together, and I was like, okay, like this looks like it's working, like love. But then they was talking about their music, how they have their song called Already Numb, and Ralph was making it seem like the plays or the streams actually weren't as good as he would have liked. And I'm like, bro, like, this is y'all first song. Drew hasn't put out music in forever. I feel like people have to stop being so hard on themselves. Like, you're not, and I say this respectfully, you're not Beyonce. Beyonce been out here for a minute. Like, she is going to get the stream. She's going to get the fans. She's going to get the plays. Drew just started. It's like, I don't know. I think they're being too hard on Drew and, like, putting too much, like, expectation. But I seen right now it's supposed to be at 65,000 streams. So that's still improvement. That shows like the show like made it go up. I listened to it. So it's just like, well, relax. She'll get the stream. She'll get up. Like it'll grow. But then he refers to them as Ike and Tina. And I was like, because I was really rooting for them. But when he said that, I was like, what? What are you saying right now? I'm like, what are you saying? Ike and Tina is crazy. And that's when Drew was like, do you mean like maybe Jay and Beyonce? And I'm like, no, literally, like there's so many more powerful duos. And you said Ike and Tina. I've heard some people do that. If y'all watch Braxton Family Values, Tamar and Vince used to be like Etta Mae and all that stuff. They used to do that too. I don't know why they thought that was cute. That was the goals back in the day. Well, we look at Bobby and Whitney as goals, so maybe. Oh my gosh. So then we get like Candace coming from Real Housewives of Potomac, and Candace is my girl, period. I love seeing her succeeding and how much stronger her voice has gotten. Like she's always had a pretty voice, but listening to her from when she started, I can't remember, I'm not good with season numbers, but whatever season she first came onto the show and she started singing like to now, it's like she always sounded good, but her voice has just progressed so much better. And it's like, oh my gosh, good for her, period. Especially since if y'all watch Real Housewives of Potomac, you already know like the other ladies was throwing shade, kind of like, oh, this is cute, or oh, look at this little music video. It was just like, people have to watch. It steps to the elevation. Like, stop hating on people. Like, y'all hate and then you're gonna watch her like continue. So I'm so happy for Candace. But she said that she was originally supposed to have Shamari from those few seasons ago from that. She was in that R&B group. I know what it was called. It was Black, I think. Because I remember Yeah, I remember them making a joke like, no, she's black with a K, not with a Q, and it was like shade. Okay, yeah, I think the group was called Black. I never heard of them until before this show, but she was the one supposed to be singing with Candace, but then she had to back out, and Drew ended up singing. So Drew invited all the ladies and whatnot, and her performance was more of like a 30 seconds, like on stage, like come on there and like sing a little bit, like background a little bit. And all the ladies were like, you invited us to this. And I'm like, I didn't like that. People need to be more supportive. Like, when I tell you, if my friend go up there and do wop pop for 5 seconds, I'm gonna be in the crowd like, yes, sis, you did that. Like, they're over here like, this wasn't even a real performance. We wanted more, Drew. We wanted more. Drew even said, like, she's just really getting started. She hasn't been singing for a while. Like, she literally said, like, most people see me as an actress. Because she was in that TLC biopic. I done seen Drew in a lot of BET movies. Like, a lot of BET movies. I don't know the name, but sis do be out here acting more so. And everybody already know her from the game. But Drew really be out here doing her thing. But she probably hasn't sang in a minute. So it's like, give her a second. Like, when she really get her voice together and she really start practicing. When you stop using your voice, it take a minute to get together. And non-singers be throwing shade. And it just be like, give people a second. Literally give them a second. So, I don't know. I didn't like the shade. And then especially Sonya saying like, oh, this was shorter than her Olympic run that she had did. I'm like, Sonya makes me mad. I don't know about y'all. I hate like saying I want people kicked off of a show because like that's so mean. Like I want everybody to get paid. I want everybody to get a check. But I'm gonna say for entertainment purposes, I feel like, why is she here? That's really how I be feeling. I be like, why is she here? Like, because I like her family dynamic. I really, really do, because I just love seeing people like happy and love. And she with Ross, that man is fine. Like, that man look like Lance Gross, Calvin from House of Pain. Like, that man is fine. So, I don't mind seeing Samuel on the screen for some Ross. And she be giving it to us on the regular. She makes sure that we get to see her man on the screen. Her man is fine. And then they got their kid. That's why I want to talk to Sonya in person. She needs to stop playing. Like, that man want a baby. Girl, get that man a baby. And stop playing with him. Like, I don't know why she playing with Ross like that. Come on, Sonya, stop playing with your man. Okay, yeah, but then Sheree didn't come because you already know with Sheree. Sheree talking about she was under the weather. It's like, Sheree, be so for real. Like, Sheree gets me so tight. I've been rewatching Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm just watching how she had told Kim that she was under the weather as well when she was out with Needy. And the girl looked fine. Like, Sheree just be lying. She lying all the time. But we already knew she don't get along with Drew or whatever. But yeah, Courtney was there because Courtney is Ralph's like long-lost cousin. I'm not gonna lie, this just seems like so staged. Like, it was like, oh, his uncle is my dude. It was like, yo, get out of here. That is not your cousin. Stop it. They tried so hard to connect that lineage, y'all. If y'all listen to them, it was like, oh, my auntie was her brother's cousin. I'm like, bro, stop. Y'all not related. I was like, bro, stop. I was crying. Okay, so then after the performance, they're like out on the side, like chit chatting or whatever. And this is when Candy bring up to Courtney, like, I heard you said, like, when I posted like a location or a restaurant, it was something she had posted. And she said, you said the hood came out, just be happy. Like, I brought people, like, be appreciative. And I'm like, period. Candy is over here able to bring a crowd. Like, she really has supporters. She's really that chick. And you're over here saying it was the hood though. But you're saying, oh no, but I'm not throwing shade because I am from the hood. So it's like, you actually sound crazy saying that, knowing that you're from the hood and you're over here saying she brought the hood out. Girl, stop. It made me cringe. It made me cringe. So I understood Candy having an issue with it. But yeah, so then after that, this is the part that was crazy to me, y'all. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So Drew had asked Candy, like, oh, what happened with the incident? She used the word incident instead of saying the word shooting. And Marlo was like, what incident? What incident? And she was like, and Drew continued to say, like, the incident. And then Marlo is still adamant, like, she wants her to say shooting so bad. Like, please say the word shooting. Girl, why do we need to say the word? We all knew. It was all over the news. Atlanta has a shooter every day. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I always dread of moving to Atlanta because I was like, that's the Black Hollywood. But the way they be acting a fool now and the way it's overcrowded, they talking about traffic, I think I'm good off of Atlanta. And then even New York. I said New York was a vibe. I see something talking about New York. They sinking. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. But yeah, I feel like, back to my point, it's like you can't really hold Candy accountable for a shooting at her restaurant. No shade. Because Atlanta is just crazy. Atlanta is really crazy like that. At this point, we have to accept it. That's why I don't want to move there. So I don't know why they're trying to make it seem like it. I don't know. They're making it bigger than what it is. Like Candy already said, like it's a situation. It's being handled in the court. All of that good stuff. So it's like once you know that, relax. Like literally relax. It's not that serious. So then Candy was just like basically still explaining like I can't really talk about it or whatever. And then Marlo gets upset saying like huffing and puffing, like get upset, like this is what I'll be talking about. Like Candy never wants to talk about her life or talk about what she has going on. Like I'm sick of it. And then Candy was like, why don't you talk about the woman that you slashed in the face? And then it was just too much. And it's just like, so then it gets to Drew and Marlo talking. It's supposed to be 30 minutes after shooting, and I think a producer is recording on his phone. And while he's recording it, like Marlo is going off. First of all, sitting in a chair like a child, like arms folded. It was like, girl, what is happening right now? Like she's literally like this. Like, girl, you are a child. Grow up. What is wrong with you? So she's arms folded talking about, no, why wouldn't you say shooting? It's a shooting. And then she starts bringing up a story. And mind y'all, before I say the story, I'm not deflecting from the pain. I'm just saying it was confused. Like she is orchestrating something crazy. And it's like, where are you going with this? Like, it was just crazy. So she was like, my nephew used to work at Old Lady Gang a couple years ago. Once again, this proves Candy's point. How Candy was saying that Marlo was saying how Candy never supports her or helps her. Like, you already said that Candy was trying to get her a show. That didn't work out because Marlo didn't want the money or something. She wanted bigger money. Then even your nephew, she's helping out. You were even dating her cousin at one point. Candy seems like she's kept you and your family. She hooks y'all up in some type of way. So I just peeped that right there, how Marlo just be telling herself and be lying. And she just says things when it's convenient for her. So she brings up how she had told Candy about that nephew that had worked at Candy's job, had gotten shot. She said, oh, like, I'm sorry to hear that. No shade. They were saying like that was a nonchalant response, and Marlo said she wanted more as a friend. More than likely, if Candy is just the top boss, I doubt she probably gets to know the people who are just like the daily hostess. They have so many restaurants and Candy is doing so many different things. She might have like hooked them up, but she may not know him on a personal level. It might be like on a cordial level. So it's just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And it's like, I don't know what Marlo wanted to do and why she was so upset with that. Especially once again, because it's been proven that Marlo doesn't do the things she expects people to do. So it's just like, why do you want so much from Candy and you're not that to her? Y'all are more like associates and you want a bestie and you're confused why you're not getting bestie energy. But it's just like, it's clear why. But yeah, and it's like, okay, it's sad that you lost your nephew, and but it's just like, what does this have to do with Candy getting her restaurant shot up? Or not shot up. My bad. I'm over here making up stories. He did not get shot up. How the nephew had, Candy's nephew or cousin had got shot, the manager. But yeah, so now she's mad at Drew because she's like, "You not saying the shooting where it was triggering because my nephew was connected to Candy," and she just starts screaming and yelling. And then Drew was like, "I said incident. I did bring it up." She's like, "No, but all you ladies seem like you're scared of Candy. No one wanted to bring it up." And I kind of understand Marlo's point because she can't bring it up because she's not cool with Candy. Like, she bring it up, she gonna sound crazy. So it's like understandable, but I'm like, Drew brought it up. She said incident. I don't think we need to, I don't know why we needed to say the word. It's like, we all knew what it was. Now, if it was like something that we didn't know, okay. But I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all felt about everything. This episode, I can definitely say, was a little bit better. Because like I said, I didn't do a review on episode 2 because I didn't feel like it was worthy of a reaction. And I vowed, I'm not coming on here and doing reactions to episodes and they're trash. I'm just not doing it. And Real Housewives of Atlanta, the first episode was, I feel like it was pretty good, but I hate that Martell, a person from a whole different franchise, is the storyline. And it's kind of the storyline connected to everybody because it's like Kenya is making that her storyline how he DM'd her. Then that's a whole like thing. And it was just way bigger. And everyone wants to know about Martell. Even Monietta, when she came over, like she was bringing. So it's just like too much Martell, and I had heard about Martell, but I don't really know Martell, so I didn't know why we were giving him this much attention for a whole episode. It was like, I definitely feel like it could have been a moment, but not a whole episode. And then even when Courtney was weird, and I tweeted about this. I actually feel bad because everybody was like making fun of Courtney, like especially Kenya on Speak on It. Like she was like, I'm not going to repeat it, but Kenya was like mocking the way Courtney be making her faces or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, on the last episode when Courtney came over to Drew's house because they long lost cousin-in-laws or whatever. Oh, that's another thing, y'all. Courtney's man is that dude from Barbershop. I was like, okay, Courtney, because he was fine, bro. Like, Barbershop, he was dark skinned. He had some nice teeth. I'm gonna give it to Courtney on that. She bagged a good looking baby daddy. Like she did her thing. I'll give it to Sonya. Even Kenya with her last man. Like I heard some people saying Mark wasn't cute, but Mark was cute. But I'm more of a dark chocolate kind of person. I like them chocolatey. So just seeing Sonya's man and then Courtney coming in there with her man, I'm like, okay. I thought Courtney was doing too much, but I'm like, okay, she bagged something good. But oh yeah, but back to Kenya. But making the faces about Courtney in that scene when she had came over to Drew and Ralph's house. If you look, I know I'm not making it up. If you had looked, her eye looked a little. So I felt bad we was making fun of her because she actually looked like she got an issue. But yeah, you guys, that's the end of my recap. So catch me in the next video, guys. Bye.